All right, so this is the road that you turn in on. Right here it's for our shooting road. And to the left, that is where we're doing the end of the day, where crew parking is and all that. And so you go down the road right here. The lockup should be behind us where you turned in. Keep going down the road right here. This is the first stretch of driving with the drone and the picture car. You see to the left and right, there's a road, dirt road leading to nothing, and then a little house with a driveway. And then you continue on. There is another driveway with another few properties. I will put a couple PAs there. So that's only really two PAs down there, and you keep going down the road. And they have all this real estate to keep going, keep going, keep going, and keep going down this road. And this here to the left is where they want to do a little bit of performance stuff later in the day. The director really liked the rocks, like the rock right there on the left, and then the other rock on the right. He really liked him performing on top of them. But this is still the driving, and I would stop the driving a little bit after these rocks. Maybe not here, maybe just a little further down the road, because as you see, when we go down the road, there's going to be a lot of driveways. So you can still go with the driving stuff down here. I would keep going, tell him to keep going until he comes to the first driveway, which is kind of about here because there's a few houses at the end of that road. So I would just put the lock up here on the other side with the cop, and then you keep going. That was like the first part of the driving stuff. I'm just gonna keep going down this road to show you all of the driveways and all the reasons why we shouldn't do any driving shots on this road. I was the only one raising red flags about that. So they know that that first part is the first part of driving. We shouldn't do driving on this part because there's a lot of driveways and a lot of houses down here. So we're going to keep going, keep going. I would just run that first part a few times so they can get comfortable. It should be the first shot of the day. You see the drone, you see the picture car and the drone together driving up and down the street just a few times. It's not that much time to do the driving stuff. So let that happen in that first half. This second half, you see there's more driveways over here, more stuff. This is still the same road that leads us to our second part of driving. So I just want to show you this whole road. It's still kind of long. It's a lot of driveways, and we do not have that many PAs to do it safely how they want to do it because they want to go at speeds of 40 to 45 miles per hour. So you'll pass all this on the way to the second bit of driving. It's another driveway. And just keep going down the road. Keep going. And this is still not the road yet. This is just another street showing what we should not uh, do any driving on this road. It's a lot of streets. It's a lot of mailboxes and houses and stuff. So just keep going down Rabbit Springs. It's another driveway. Keep going down Rabbit Springs. Another driveway. And keep going. And another one. Keep going. Now you're getting close to the end of the road. So I'm going to show you the overhead in a second of this. This is the intersection where the lockup should be at. It should be at this, not that, like that second intersection right there. So this is the overhead. That blue spot is where that side of the road thing is, close to where the end of the first driving run should be at. And then that long road that takes you all the way to this intersection here. And then that is where you turn left. And that's where you should put the police officer for the first lockup right there. And then this is a nice long run. And then you should put the second police officer down here for the turnaround. So this is the turnaround right here. It's a nice long stretch. There's a couple roads on here, but that's manageable by having a PA just letting you know if somebody's coming. And they're like dirt roads. So that's one of them. And then there's another one down here. That one right there. But those roads look like they had no traffic whatsoever on them. But I would still put two people there just to know if randomly somebody comes on a dirt bike or whatever. So I'm going to show you the road driving on it, the whole second part of the driving. So now we're back on Rabbit Springs, and this is where you make your left. And you go forward, and this is where the lockup should be, where we just passed that little road. And you keep going down, nice and clear. Everything's wide open for this road. He really likes this road. They want to do it twice, as you see on the schedule. First half of the day, high sun, the girl's out of the window. She'll be out of the window, topless, throwing roses, throwing money, and then just driving. And then this is one of those roads. Those are get closer so you can see it. On the right, you see is dirt, little stop sign. We were there for hours and there was no traffic on them. And you keep going. I would just put a PA there to let you know there's a car coming down road number 1. Or then road number 2 is the one that's further down. And you just keep going down. They want to do, this is a little dirt road. This is not even on the map. But I think that's just for like dirt bikes or something. Because there was nothing there. And you just keep going down. This is where we should definitely have a PA or somebody. There's like a little town, little village, or just like a little house. It's like I think it's a business. I'll just put one person there. So that's like 3 PAs on the road. And you keep going down. So they want to do coverage of the car, all different kind of angles. The picture car, driving with the with the camera. They want to do the drone, tracking alongside, profile. And this is another little driveway, but there was nothing there and that was locked. So I would just take one run down the road before everybody gets going, just to see where you want to place the PAs. But those were the hot spots that I saw. So I only saw the need for like 3 PAs on that road. And you just keep going. And then off to the left, there's a dirt parking lot. Dave and Adam really like that dirt parking lot to do donuts. And they did donuts close to the end of the day. So that may be what you do after lunch. So they just went to that parking lot and did some donuts. I would keep that between you, Dave, and Adam, and just tell the cops to stay on their lockup. Tell them we might pull off to the side and kick up some dirt so they don't be worried that you're doing donuts out there. But they definitely want to do donuts in that little parking lot. That's the last look at the parking lot. It's pretty big, just all dirt. And you keep going down. You probably don't need ITC while you're doing those donuts, but I feel like it would help just so nobody's just pulling over to stop or anything. And you just keep going down this road. See, it's a long stretch. So when they get the driving shots, I would honestly think that they would just do this road for the most of the driving time because this is the nicest road and the longest stretch. This is that other little dirt road that was there. It's nothing. Just keep going. Keep going down the road. Long stretch, and now we're coming. Once you start seeing the signs, we're coming to the turnaround. And then this is where the other cop should be, right here. And that's the end of the run for the second part. Then after that, they want to go. This is over to the side of the road. That same spot I showed you earlier. They want to do King performing on the rocks before lunch. I said time permitting because I don't think that'll happen. So this right here where I'm circling, that's where crew parking is going to be in that big dirt They want to do donuts where I'm circling right there with the mouse and then driving back and forth with the drone and with the car in that area. And then they want to come back up here, and you see I'm drawing those straight lines. There's going to be two lines of pyro, and they want them facing the mountains. Two different lines of pyro facing the mountains, and they want the car to drive through. And the bonfire is not that far away from that. Kind of set off a little bit so that you guys can have the room to do your thing.